Yo, what's up guys? Troy here with WeightGainNetwork.com. Doing a little meal prep, and this was one by popular demand. We have the Chipotle inspired meal prep. So we're gonna do some high protein burrito bowls and some man salads. Now, probably wondering what the hell all this is. This is 90% grass-fed beef right here. And then I combined it with 99% ground turkey breast. And to top it off, I cracked 4 organic eggs from good old Trader Joe's on top. So we got about 260 grams of protein in this skillet alone. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna head on over here. We're gonna first cook the meat, and then we're gonna combine it with my man salads and my burrito bowls. So one little meal prep is gonna be the burrito bowls. So we got a couple cups of rice here ready to roll in my rice cooker. And then we got the man salads. These are gonna be some beast mode salads. Gonna pack in a ton of protein and carbs and healthy fats. And what we have here are some Ezekiel bread croutons. So these are super easy to make. I started doing this about a month ago and they're absolutely delicious. So what I did is I actually just cut up a piece of Ezekiel bread with a scissors. I cut it in a row and then just cut it into crouton shapes. And I sprayed some coconut oil on top. I threw some garlic salt on top. Threw it in the oven at 400 degrees for 15 minutes, and voila, we got some high protein complex carb croutons. So I'm going to finish cooking everything on the skillet, and I'm gonna come back over here, throw together the man salads and the burrito bowls. See you guys in a bit. All right, so we are back in action. We actually got all the meat cooked right here. So this is what about 300 grams of protein looks like. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna separate the burrito bowls into a little meal prep, show you guys how to do it, and I'm gonna show you how to make a beast mode man salad. So what we got here is organic spinach, triple wash, of course. We got some Trader Joe's shredded green and red cabbage. And I'm gonna also throw in some matchstick carrots in here. So you could actually make this close to 1,000 calories. I'm gonna show you exactly how. I'm gonna throw in a bunch of these croutons. So it's gonna be about 40-50 grams of high quality carbs right here. And then we're just gonna go down the line here. We have organic garbanzo beans. So we're gonna throw in a couple tablespoons of this. And then we're gonna do some organic black beans, super high protein, complex carbs. And I already drained all the water, so we're good to go. We're gonna throw in some kidney beans, some more protein. So we are already at about 300 total calories. And what you could do too, I'm cutting right now, so I'm trying to keep my carbs relatively low, but if you really wanted to go beast mode on this, get well over 1,000 calories, you could just add in some rice on top of your greens. But what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna add in my protein. So I'm gonna do about 1 cup here of this beef and turkey and egg mixture. So this is gonna add about 50 grams of protein from this alone. And I usually eat it in this giant bowl just so there's enough room. And the reason also why we're doing burrito bowls and salads versus regular burritos is it just allows us to get a lot more calories in. So obviously with the burrito, you're kind of restricted. Every time I go to Chipotle, go to Moe's, I get all these extra ingredients and they can't even wrap the burrito. So this allows us to get in a lot more ingredients. So we're already at about 70 grams of protein and about 85 grams of carbs in this. And obviously if you guys really like black beans, garbanzo beans, you can just add in more. I'm just trying to make it accordingly. Now we're gonna throw in some healthy fats. So we have some sliced almonds right here. So really good source of monounsaturated fats. I'm gonna throw in a few of these. So get a big handful here. And my secret ingredient here are hemp seeds. Now, these are some of the healthiest seeds in the world. They're high in protein. They got 2.5 grams of omega-3 fatty acids per serving. So we're gonna throw in a couple tablespoons of hemp seeds. And we have a beast mode salad here. And what else can we add to this? Oh, so to top it off, obviously since it's Chipotle inspired, you could throw in a bunch of salsa on top. I have, I believe, some Frank's Red Hot. So that's by far my favorite hot sauce right here, some Frank's Red Hot. I'm actually gonna eat this later on today, so I'm just gonna throw some saran wrap on top. So I'm not gonna put the salsa and hot sauce on right now. But this is a man salad right here. This has about 1,000 calories. close to 100 grams of protein, tons of healthy fats, omega-3 fatty acids, tons of muscle building ingredients. And another thing you could do to add in even more calories is you could do something like throwing in an avocado. So you could slice up an avocado, put some guacamole on top. Lots of different ways to get in even more calories. Now, what I'm gonna do over here for the burrito bowls is I have my Tupperware separated with a cup of white rice. So I'm basically just going to go down the little assembly line here, and I'm gonna add in my meat. So we're gonna add in my protein in each one. And as you can see, this doesn't take very long at all. The hardest part about this whole process was cooking the rice and cooking the meat. So the rice cooker, obviously, you just hit a switch, 2-to-1 ratio of water to rice. And then the skillet's going on. That took about 15 minutes, so not too long at all. So I'm just gonna separate this here. Get about 50 to 60 grams of protein in each one. I'm actually throw in a few almonds on each one. And then pretty much just however you like it. I'm gonna throw in some hemp seeds, try to get my omega-3s in. So we're gonna do about a tablespoon in each one. And these are gonna be about 650 to 700 total calories in each one. I'm cutting right now, so I'm not going too crazy, but if you guys are bulking up, you could obviously add in guacamole. You could add in some healthy fats, and let me actually show you my favorite healthy fat to use is MCT oil. So you could use coconut oil or MCT oil to add even more calories. This stuff has 120 calories per tablespoon. So some really good stuff. Throw in some carrots. And I'm just gonna go down my little assembly line here. And where did my tablespoon go? So I'm gonna just throw in about a tablespoon of garbanzo beans. Throw in a tablespoon of corn. And this is much healthier than Chipotle, way more protein, more healthy carbs. We got some beast mode burrito bowls in here, so throw in these. And I'm probably not gonna put black beans in this. We have, I'd say, enough different ingredients rolling in here. And when I'm ready to eat, I'm gonna just heat these up in the microwave, throw my salsa and hot sauce on top, and I'm ready to go. All right, guys, so here's the final result. We got the beast mode man salad. Almost 100 grams of protein, over 1,000 calories, and we got our little meal prep burrito bowl. So that is my Chipotle inspired meal prep, and make sure you guys let me know in the comments below what type of meal preps you want to see. I've done over 100 different meal preps in my life. I have some crazy combinations up my sleeve, so let me know what you guys are craving, and I'll show you guys an awesome meal prep on how to bulk up and gain lean muscle mass. And one other thing I forgot to mention is any of these meal preps, basically a common question I get is, this isn't typical breakfast food. Well, with this meal prep for breakfast, literally all I would do is I would throw it on the skillet and crack a couple eggs over it, and I would call it breakfast. So obviously that's a really easy way to get in 1,000 high quality calories. So get creative with this stuff. And there's not a lot of traditional breakfast foods that are really good for bodybuilding. So just something like this is really good if you just crack a couple eggs over it. So you have breakfast, lunch, and dinner completely planned out with this meal prep. So that is it, guys. That is my Chipotle inspired meal prep. If you guys are looking for more information on how to bulk up and gain lean muscle mass, head on over to weightgainmethod.com. See you there, guys. In this video, I'm gonna help you guys save time, save money, improve your gains, the whole 9 yards. We're gonna do a complete meal prep for bodybuilding. So this has been a really common